everyone, Coach Michelle here. So I wanted to talk to you about how to save more money on your groceries. And this is something some people just don't think about because a lot of people are just used to eating the same fruits and vegetables all the time. We don't deviate. So you will notice certain times of the year, they're more expensive. So, for example, watermelon. I love local grown watermelon that you buy on the side of the road out of an old pickup truck. And when it's in season, you can get these huge ones. Sometimes less than $4. The ones on the side of the road tend to be $5, and they're huge. I mean, they're huge. But if you look in the grocery stores, when they're out of season, I have seen them for like $10 and $11. And they're not that big. So you get a feel for what is in season in your area. And maybe venture out and try something a little bit different. If you normally eat, say, regular squash, like zucchini and yellow squash. If it's not in season, but maybe the spaghetti squash or the acorn squashes, try it. Ask your grocery store. The people in the produce section, they tend to know what's in season. Or better yet, go to your farmer's market. They tend to buy local. So what they buy is in season. I know here downtown, we have people, it's on Saturdays. They have like a vendor thing, but they have farmer's markets. So people who grow local, like they grow a garden, but they have excess that they're not going to eat, they can sell it. So it's in season because, it's been grown local. And a lot of times that tends to be less expensive. And a lot of times it's organic and not at the organic grocery store prices. So just check that out. Buy what's in season because, and this is like, and I understand grocery stores have the big overhead. They have employees to pay. They get that big power bill. But if you go to the farmer's market, I have paid like 99 cents a pound for squash. Where at the grocery store, it could be $1.99, $1.89. They have to have that markup. But buying at the farmer's market, I know I'm getting it local. I'm supporting a local grower. I'm supporting a local business. And I'm like helping my pocketbook at the same time. Another thing you can do is if you don't have access to, say, farmer's market or things like that. And, you still tend to buy, the same things. I get that. I mean, I buy some of the same things all the time, no matter what the price. If there are some things that are frozen that you could buy, say like blueberries. I, do blueberries in my pancakes, or I make like a blueberry compote to put on top, or muffins or things like that. You can get the frozen blueberries instead of the fresh. Because a lot of times the frozen is flash frozen. And it holds in the nutrients. So if you're buying the kind that is not, no added sugar, it's just straight blueberries, buy the frozen. And, you can add those to your recipes. And it's actually a lot less expensive than buying that little container of fresh blueberries. Strawberries, same thing. If you're just adding it to recipes or things like that, say smoothies or, again, muffins or pancakes or, whatever, buy the frozen. No sugar added. They have all kinds of fruits. Now, I know a lot of those fruits are not good to be thawed out and then just eaten because they tend to get mushy. But, for some purposes, those are great. And they're a lot less expensive than the fresh ones. Another thing is, get adventurous. Grow a garden. It doesn't really take that much space. You can do like a vertical garden. I may have to do a blog on that. But you can get like, some 5-gallon buckets and put the soil in it. Put you like a couple of posts in there and you can have some string or whatever. You can Google that all day long. They have them all day long. And the vines are going to grow up versus like down, and it takes up less space. A friend of mine did one along his fence line. That way it grew up the fence instead of like spreading out all over the ground. And that way it stays off the ground too. And it doesn't get like, how the bottom can sometimes get like mushy or, whatever, because it's on the ground. And it kind of helps with that too. So that's my tips for you today. Buy in season. Buy local if you can. Buy frozen if you need to. Or grow your own garden. So y'all have a great weekend.